There are many unanswered questions 24 hours after a deadly commuter rail accident in New York City. 4 passengers were killed and more than 60 others hurt.
The train bound for Grand Central Station skidded off the tracks in the Bronx. Several cars derailed while rounding a sharp curve just before a station near the Hudson River. This morning, the cars are still scattered along the rail line, which remains closed. Thousands of commuters are scrambling to find a different route into the city. Dahler is at the accident scene. Don, good morning.
Good morning, Nora. Good morning, Charlie. We've watched this morning as railroad workers have used large cranes to lift and set one railroad car and the locomotive back on the tracks. That's the first step in restoring service to this very busy stretch of railroad. One sign of the violence that happened here yesterday morning are the cars that are on their side 30 feet away from the tracks. It was a peaceful Sunday morning commute transformed by screeching metal and screams. It was right around 7:20 a.m. Sunday when the Manhattan-bound Metro-North train suddenly jumped its tracks, violently tossing passengers.
Went flying off, and I got thrown across back and forth, and it came to like a halt, and there was just people screaming and a lot of soot and dust everywhere. All 7 cars and the rear locomotive derailed, with one car stopping just short of the Harlem River. Lisa Delgado's 19-year-old cousin was on board.
She hit the side of her face on the glass, and it shattered, and then it started to roll, and she grabbed onto the railings and wrapped herself like a monkey around it while it was rolling until it stopped rolling.
Like many passengers, Joel Zaritsky had just dozed off as the train made the sharp turn.
You could hear an unbelievable screeching noise as it occurred, and as it went to the side, you could see the ground, and I said to myself, well, I think this is going to be it. We're done.
We got numerous people pinned in the train. We got possible fatalities.
Within minutes, witnesses say first responders were on the scene, pulling people to safety. The injured rushed to local hospitals.
There's one gentleman with a spinal cord injury that could be quite serious.
Emergency crews used airbags to search for victims under the wreckage. Officials say 3 of the 4 people who died were thrown from the train. Among the victims, 54-year-old Donna Smith and 58-year-old Jim Lovell. A father of 4, Lovell was heading to work on the lighting of the Rockefeller Center Christmas tree. It's still not clear how fast the train was going as it made that fatal turn. The train's engineer, William Rockefeller Jr., was among those treated.
Nobody really knows what's happened so far in terms of why the accident occurred, but what is clear is that there are 4 people who've lost their lives. It is very tragic.
As bad as this derailment was, the railroad officials say it could have been much worse if it had happened on a weekday morning. Yesterday's train was only about half full.